It's that time of year when it's the equinox, and I always wonder what I should do when I'm reading for the equinox. In the past, I've just kind of focused on the northern hemisphere because that's where I live, but I know that those in the southern hemisphere feel left out whenever I do an equinox reading. So I had an idea this morning that I was going to do this reading by video, so I've got a bit more time and then I can focus on the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere separately. So it's all happening around the same time. 23rd of September is equinox time. In the northern hemisphere it's the autumn equinox, and in the southern hemisphere it's the spring equinox, and both of those things mean kind of different things. So this is why I wanted to separate this into almost two readings. I'll pop the timestamps below, so if you want to jump to either of those readings instantly, then just click on the timestamp. I'm going to be using inspiration that I found on Pinterest, so I'll just pop the picture of the reading up before I start, and then you can see what I'm looking at and what the spread is going to look like. So also, before I start, I just want you to know that I'm using the Emma Poetica Tarot today by Julie de Tersac, and I keep meaning to tag the creator whenever I use this deck on Instagram, but I can't remember her @ so I'll try and find that, and hopefully I can get a hold of that, and I'll pop it down below for you because it is a really beautiful deck, and you know, in case you want to purchase it. So autumn equinox, northern hemisphere, let's start with that. I'll just pop the reading that I'm going to use up now so you can have a look at that. So harvest, what are you reaping in your life right now with this autumn equinox? What are you reaping right now? I am not surprised by this at all. This is literally the card that I was expecting to draw and it is the Ace of Pentacles. I've literally been seeing this card all year, and I don't know if any of the people in the southern hemisphere are going to be watching this reading, but if not, it's kind of a shame because I know that this Ace of Pentacles has been coming up for literally everybody, no matter whereabouts in the world you are. So Ace of Pentacles is symbolising here new beginnings in your physical material world, and I feel like a lot of us have been working towards this for most of the year. You might know already, I'm trying to move house. I've been struggling with that, and so hopefully I'll be reaping that. I'll be harvesting that during this kind of season. And you know, you might be looking for a new job or a lifestyle change, but whatever you're moving towards, it's a new beginning in your physical world. It's not like a new beginning of healing or inner work. It's very, very real and tangible. So yay, we might actually see some progress with that pretty soon. So equilibrium, which aspects of your life require greater balance during this season? Where do you need greater balance during autumn? So I've actually got the Death card coming through here. The Death card, although a lot of people are a bit freaked out sometimes by this card, it doesn't necessarily mean death, literally. It often symbolises change. And so it's that theme around endings and beginnings and transitions. And with this new beginning in the physical coming up quite strongly, I feel like the need for balance in relation to this is all about allowing that change to take place, because I think it's very easy to want to stay in control and to also it's hard, isn't it? Because I think you've got to allow this change without trying to take too much control, but there'll be times where you're also guided to step up and take leadership in this or to take action. And so I feel like this is about really listening to your guidance and stepping up when you're called to, but really allowing and flowing when that's needed as well. And I think that's probably going to be needed more during this time. And I also feel like with this change, I feel like for most of you who are experiencing this, it's a big change. It's not just something insignificant or small. This is like a dream. This is like a life's work. If you move in house like me, it's not just that you want, you fancy a change. It's like this is your forever home. This is a really big step. And I think with that big change comes a bit of fear, I guess. And also you've got to let go of the old, and the old might be comfortable. So there's all of these kind of facets around this change that you need to be aware of. So I think when it comes to what aspects of your life require greater balance, I think it's more of a sense of flow and ease with this change, letting go of what you need to, and just really kind of checking in with yourself every day and noticing if this is a time where you need to take action or if this is a time where you need to let go and release and flow. Okay, so let's ask next. Seasons, what is changing for you at this time? What is changing for you? So I've actually got, and you are gonna really like this, I've actually got the 8 of Wands coming through here. So actually what's going to change for you is the speed at which you're moving forwards, because one thing that I've been seeing throughout this year is that things have been moving quite slowly, and also there has been quite a lot of delays, setbacks. Mercury retrograde has definitely not helped with this, but I just feel like for so many of us, and I'm including myself in this, it has really felt like you have this clear vision of what you want, you're doing everything within your power to make that happen, but circumstances outside of your control have been kind of making it feel difficult. And so this 8 of Wands is really coming to clear that up. It's really helping things to move smoothly and quickly. So this is going to feel amazing after so long of feeling stuck and held back. So release. What should you let go of to aid this transition? What should you let go of to aid this transition? This has been really on point. So I've got the 5 of Cups coming through. The 5 of Cups is a card that shows me the past. So just like I said when we were looking at this death card earlier, I think one of the big things is letting go of the past. And that doesn't necessarily mean healing what happened. It doesn't necessarily mean clearing, releasing. I think in this kind of context and what I'm feeling in the energies, this is about letting go of a chapter of your life, and that might have actually been a really nice chapter. It might be quite hard to leave this behind, even though you've got this big dream and you know that you're moving in this new direction. It could be quite hard to let go of the cycle that you've been in because it's comfortable, it's what you're used to, and maybe there's nothing actually that wrong with it, and so it's not necessarily going to be the easiest thing to let go of the past and fully step into this new cycle. That's something to be aware of. So okay, Honor, how can you best work with these energies? How can you best work with these autumn equinox energies, please? Okay, so I've got the World coming through here, which speaks of cycles closing off for me. So I feel like in this region it has come through really strongly that this is a really pivotal time on your journey, a time of great change and a time where you're kind of leaving the past behind, you're leaving behind that old chapter. That cycle is closing out and the new cycle is starting to finally emerge now. And this world, it really shows that everything's coming to completion. And so the best way to work with these energies, again, is to allow that process to take place, to let the changes happen, to let the cycle close off so that that new cycle can emerge. I really don't see a great deal of action here. This is about stepping back and letting things be set in motion. So I really feel like as well that you've done the bulk of the work. You've got everything in place. Everything's in order and good to go. And so now it is that time of harvest. It's the time for things to start clicking into place. And there's not really a great deal that you need to do at this point apart from let that process happen. So yeah, I don't feel like there's a lot that you need to do here. Just step back and watch everything fall into place. It's great. I think this is, it's what you want, but it's hard, isn't it? Because it's what you want, but it's still not easy to just kind of allow that to happen. I think it's very human to still want to be completely in control and to ask yourself, what do I need to do? What can I be working on? Where should I be focusing? It's hard to just let go and allow, but I think that is exactly what's needed right now. So let's ask then reflection. Where should you focus your attention next? Where should you focus your attention next? So, okay, I've got the Seven of Pentacles coming through. This is long-term, the long-term goals and projects that are connected into this new chapter that you've been really trying to manifest. So this card is literally the harvest card. It's about planting your seeds and then everything coming to fruition. I feel like you're at this point now where everything's coming to fruition, but what is happening for you is going to affect your life for years to come. And so now your focus can really shift to that time frame, to the future, to what's in front of you and the next steps on this chapter. I feel like this is a really exciting reading, actually. It's a bit of a funny one because it's really got that energy of being in between cycles, but for the first time all year it's really coming through strongly that the new chapter, the new adventure is within sight. It's here, it's ready to be grabbed, and I find that really exciting. And I think in a few weeks the whole focus is going to be completely new, and I think it's quite exciting. So I hope that resonated for you. Let me know what it is that you're trying to manifest and what you're hoping to harvest during this sort of autumn season. I'm now going to move on to the Southern Hemisphere, so stick around if you are interested to hear what's going on the other side of the world. If not, I will speak to you soon. So, Southern Hemisphere. This is the reading that I'm going to be doing for you. I'm just going to pop it on the screen right now so you can see what my inspiration for this reading is. So let's start. What seeds should you plant in this spring equinox? What seeds should you be planting in this spring equinox, please? Okay, so I've got the Ace of Wands coming through here. So aces speak of new chapters, and so there's something new here that you're working towards, and the Ace of Wands here represents that kind of spark of inspiration that is really the beginning of this journey. And so you might have some kind of an idea in your mind, but you haven't necessarily done a lot towards manifesting that, bringing it into your physical reality. It's just maybe in the planning stages right now, or it could even just be this sort of spark in your mind of, I've got an idea. Also, the Ace of Wands is for me a card that it speaks of your passions. So whatever this is, it's something that you feel really passionate about. It's something that really interests you. It's almost like you feel really called in this direction. So what should you water during this season? i.e., what should you be focusing on during this season? Okay, I've got another ace coming through actually, and it's the Ace of Cups. So I definitely feel like this is very springtime energy, isn't it? It's new beginnings, new chapters. So the focus now needs to be very much on what's new, your next chapter. Ace of Cups, again, it speaks to me of joy and fulfillment. So looking at these two cards together, I really feel like the focus needs to be on what lights you up, whatever that might be, whether it's a hobby, an interest, a project, your work. You're going to know what it is, and it's going to sort of set your soul on fire and bring you a lot of fulfillment, and that is where you need to be focusing. Also with this Ace of Cups, I feel like there's sometimes a focus on health as well. So this is a really good time for you to start a new health regime, such as, cleaning up your diet or starting some kind of exercise routine, it's a good time to begin that. So let's ask then, where do you need to grow in this season? Where do you need to grow in this spring season? Okay, this is really continuing on this theme of joy, fulfillment, passion, excitement. I've got the Three of Cups coming through here. And the Three of Cups is a card that is associated with celebration. So again, you need to grow in areas where you are lit up. So again, the focus it's got to be on the things that interest you, that excite you, and there's room to grow in that area as well. So I wonder if this is about finding something new that you maybe haven't tried before. Maybe you've always wanted to start this hobby, but something has put you off, and so now is the time to try that thing. I also feel like it's a bit like pushing yourself out of your comfort zone maybe and trying new things, but I also get this feeling of it's not delaying the thing that you've wanted to do for so long. Also with this card, it focuses quite a lot on friendships. So you might find that during spring, this is a time where your friendships are really going to come under the spotlight, and they are going to grow in some way, evolve in some way. You might find that you attract new friends during this time, and that this has some kind of impact on you, helping you to grow in some way and evolve in some way. So I feel like during this time you're going to be attracting like-minded connections that really that you just vibe with and that just lift you up in some way. This is a really light energy. It's lovely. The Northern Hemisphere energy, it was a little bit different. It was a bit more practical, and it was really about allowing and flowing, but this is really kind of my higher self. She gives me these words. I hate it. The word that she's just given me is exuberant. So there you go. That's what this energy is. It's exuberant. Sometimes these words come through for me and I literally have to look them up in the dictionary. So, okay, where will you find abundance this spring? What can we know about that? Where will you find abundance this spring, Southern Hemisphere? I love this reading. I kind of wish I was in the Southern Hemisphere now. So we've got the Empress coming through here. This is going to be a really good time for you to grow personally, to evolve into something more, into I want to say like a better version of yourself, but it's not necessarily about, oh, I need to heal, I need to improve myself because something's not working. It's not like that. It's more about really coming into your own. And feeling comfortable in your own skin, feeling confident and radiant. And that confidence and radiance comes from a place of just being so happy and embracing your own life and just really enjoying the moment. I just think it's a lovely energy. It's all about doing things just for the love of it. And you're going to find that this has this kind of effect on your life in general and who you are as a person. It's going to really shift the energies, I think, into something a bit lighter, something more enjoyable. And I think this is going to help you to just feel abundant in all areas of your life, but most of all with kind of personal satisfaction and fulfillment more than anything else. Okay, so let's ask then, what is coming back to you over the next few weeks? What is coming back to you over the next few weeks, Southern Hemisphere? Oh my God. You're gonna either love me or hate me for this, but I'm gonna deliver the message anyway. It's the Emperor. I kind of felt him before he popped. I just knew it was gonna be about a person. And here he is. Look, we've got the Empress and the Emperor side by side. Love, something that's coming back to you in love. This could be an ex-partner that's coming back. It could be the person that you perceived as, the one that kind of got away. He or they could be coming back to you during this time. But I get this feeling across the reading of growth and lightness and personal power. And I just feel like the vibe is different this time around. I think your romantic relationships could really thrive during this time. And I think it's because you're so focused on yourself and your own happiness outside of the connection that is having quite a magnetic effect on your person. It's really drawing them towards you because you're detached and your energy is so light. It's having that kind of magnetic effect on things. And I also feel like because the focus is on joy and fulfillment and friendship, I just feel like the relationship has the potential to really thrive during this time. So this could be a good time for reunions to take place. And yeah, I'm seeing the Page of Pentacles here as well, like a new adventure, a new chapter for this relationship. So, okay, what is your overall spring equinox mantra? What is your spring? Okay, that came through quite quickly, and it is the Fool. Okay, I actually get a phrase coming through with this, and it is just say yes. So I think throughout spring, the mantra is just say yes, embrace life, go for it, don't hesitate, don't put it off, do the thing that you wanted to do, you know, and grab life by the you know what. So yeah, I love this. I kind of wish I was in the Southern Hemisphere because I really like this spring energy. It's all about new beginnings, new chapters. It's very light and positive. I think even if you're not feeling in the most positive mindset right now, I think the energy is going to lift you up a little bit into that place. There's not really lots that you need to do to take advantage of this energy. You kind of just need to go with it and find the small things that you enjoy and let those things snowball. And it's going to impact your life in all ways, especially in your relationships. So enjoy Southern Hemisphere. I'm kind of jealous. Well, Northern Hemisphere, it came up a lot in that reading about a new beginning in the physical, which is actually what I'm working on. So I really do need to focus on that, and I really do hope that that's what's coming for me personally. So I guess it's going to be a good time for everybody, and we are coming out of Mercury retrograde. The energies should be shifting. All the other planets are coming out of retrograde towards the end of the year. So yes, I feel like we're nearly there. We're so nearly there and so close to some lighter energy. So let me know how Equinox is treating you. Let me know if these themes that have come up in the reading resonate with what you're experiencing, and I'll catch up again with you soon.